Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Yesterday doesn't matter, it only serves as a ladder. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, so make your plans accordingly. Today is a new day to start again. Take each moment one by one and do the best you can. Grand Rising, today is a new day to start again. It is 2/18/2025. Uh-oh. Well, it's a wrap. It was the slowest President's Day weekend of my career. I was getting some critical treatment during it, but whatever, I did my best. I was happy with how I handled the turmoil, and I don't really think there is anything for me to really do other than to keep moving forward. Let's make a 6-month assessment. 6 months ago, I had no job, no car, and no house. And now I have a job, a car, a house, and a cat named Bodhi, who is frisky this morning. I haven't really seen her do much playing, but she is like happy. Anyways, I now have I did that already. So I'm not really, that's just what people are supposed to have as an adult. So my job does seem a little unstable. It seems unstable, as any job is. My car is seasoned. We're calling it seasoned. It has some miles on her. I call her the Silver Fox. My cat is seasoned. She is 7 years old. And my house situation, I do have a roof over my head. So big strides, really, from having a bike, which got stolen, and then buying another bike at Walmart that wasn't as nice as the first bike. I went through it. And the bus thing was pretty good, too. I enjoyed the bus, actually. And I think I should probably get back into that. I think that public transportation is something that should be celebrated. My girls, so I'm visiting my girls after 6 months of not seeing them. I don't want to get too deep into that because I'll probably start crying. But I've had a couple different stretches in my life where I was away from them for that long. It's tough. You get kind of numb to it. And but I'm very excited. I'm trying to keep it just like I've been talking about in these videos, like today is a new day. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's a new day. So it's just nice to have different things in play, have different seasoning for your life. I try not to talk too much about them on here because it's, I'm a dad and that's my own thing. And I've probably done too much of that in my past. I don't have really regret about it because it's why I am who I am now, but I was way too public in times, for sure. There's a fine line, and I think we've all had to try to learn it. I don't need anybody to see what I have done here. I don't need any acknowledgement because I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I guess. I'm not looking for that. If you don't know me by now, you will never, never, never know me. I was really hoping for a better President's Day weekend, but now I'm going to be away from work for a while without having any ability to earn income. I really need to start coming up with some, at least some additional streams of income. And everyone can reassess, like everyone that's involved with me and that I am involved with. I'm half expecting to come back only to a different direction. I don't know. Who knows? Who? What a segue. I love owls. I just wanted to get that in there. I decided this morning when I got up, I don't know if you're supposed to say morning or not, but it's just too hard to get away from it, so I'm going to say morning. The reason why people say you shouldn't say mourning is because it's in an inflection of mourning, like mourning the loss, and when you say it. over and over again, it has an impact. Even though your intent is for mourning, it still is saying mourning. That's the reason why people, they say that it's intentional in our lexicon to help bring us down, because we're slaves. All of us that use these words and think that money is real are slaves. I love owls. Owls know that. They don't play with money. That's what I'm going to do for tomorrow's Waking with Fresh Eyes. I'm going to talk about owls. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. I'm going to keep the subject very broad and let the next day kind of define the subject. So for the rest of the day, I have the day off today, and I'm going to just, I have an owl. I have a couple owls, and I'm going to look at them, and I'm going to think about owls, and I'm going to do some research on it using the ways that I know how to use research. And then tomorrow at 6 a.m., Fresh Eyes, I'm going to get up and I'll do my little Bible verse. I'll get into that in a minute. It's almost like there are different personalities that come out in my penmanship when I'm writing. It's kind of funny. I can kind of see when I'm like serious and when I'm like doing this. It's just kind of funny. So we're doing owls tomorrow with Fresh Eyes. I got real serious here, so let's see what I have to say. I'm a 49-year-old man sitting in front of you. I have lived a full life. I've enjoyed most of it, for better or for worse. What is a mistake? Miss. Did the missus take? She'll get half. Eddie Murphy. I think I did that way off, but I should have just said she'll get half. You can't recreate Eddie Murphy. Some people can. In my experience, she gets more than half. She gets it all. And I get in the way. I've talked about this scene before, but it really sticks out for me in my life. In Rocky 4. No, it was Rocky 3. I got all messed up here. This is In Flight editing. I don't know why I'm changing it. I don't even look at this again. Rocky 3. So Creed is pounding Rocky. If you've not ever watched the Rocky movies, just kind of skip through this part. Or get out from under your rock. You should watch at least a couple of the Rocky movies and give yourself a chance with it. Because although it's horrible, it's kind of, that's what I actually wrote here. It's kind of silly when you're rewatching it because nobody's going to be able to take that kind of a punch. It's unrealistic. My brother used to sing about, there's that when it's getting stronger, and that's going to deflate what I'm saying later, but he would say getting dumber, because he was just getting pounded in his face. And they actually do it, and they allude to it in the movie, but then somehow he becomes smart again. But your emotions are pumping, and Rocky's just getting hit over and over and over, and leaving himself open for this beast to hit him with everything he's got. And his new trainer, Apollo, is crying, "You're losing everything!" And it's just interesting. Apollo, interesting name. Anyways, and then his friend, his old friend, Paulie, who's seen his friend Rocky basically in the gutter, and when he needed help, when Rocky needed help, he was out there helping others, and he saw Rocky taking his hits and getting stronger every time, and Creed, so Apollo's like freaking out, and Paulie's just sitting there going, "No, he's getting mad. He's got this under control." I've talked about this extensively, I think, in a couple other videos. It's hard not to talk about the same things over and over again, but it really resonates with me because it's just because you can see it, and then Rocky kicks in, and I don't know. You do gain. That's the biggest thing, I think. Transmuting pain into not pleasure. That's the thing, too. There's some really sharp people that I've talked to that look into esoteric stuff. I don't want to go off rails because I don't know anything, but that's some distinction I've seen is that the duality, we can take the duality too far sometimes. It's not always one and another. There's always gray. Anyways, I like that scene. Paulie was a drunk and a bad person, but he was a great character. How's that work? My life definitely feels like I've come to the crossroads again. I've got the day off today, much needed. I'm going to clean, prepare, Meditate. I want to meditate some more today. I need to get back into stretching. I keep saying I'm going to, and I even got it all set up for me. I just have to follow through. I want to let go of all of my problems. I want everyone I deal with to see my intent. I intend no harm to anyone. All I want is peace and growth. I do not want to cause friction by being me. I'm smarter than I look. I'm stronger than I look. I'm funnier than I look. I'm dumber than I look. I try to never smell. It's important to me. I don't want to cause offense with my odor. I feel really bad for people that struggle with the glandular problems, that have that intense odor, that it's got to be really hard for them to deal with life. It's insulting to people who have less than me for me to complain about anything. You do you. If you don't agree with what you're doing, I'll figure my way through it. When you schedule and formalize, when you structure rules for followers, you take the lead. I follow the way. If you lead too far away from the way, you will lose me and the way. But if the way is true, it's always here to come back to. You cannot physically or mentally go too far away from the way. It's always one step, no matter how far you stray. You can go as far away as you want. It's all relative. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. Let's wrap this up. All right. Tomorrow, 6 a.m., new day to start. It's starting to become a cultural phenomenon. I'm going to bring that back. It was growing before, and then it got squashed by me because, I don't know, I fell apart, basically. So then I've started this thing up again as new day to start with the 2 in the middle. I haven't really formulated a lot of my other places that I was trying to stream this to, but I'm working on that. I've got a little time off. I'm going to try to do that. So maybe when I come out of this little 6-day thing that I've got in front of me, maybe I'll have some different things going on with New Day to Start. But I am starting to polish up a little bit. I've been working on it. Waking with Fresh Eyes tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. We're going to talk about owls. I'm going to do my own research today. Tomorrow morning, I'll be opening up my channel to anybody that's been watching any of this. If you want to come on there or just chat. I'm going to start with reading a random Bible verse live that I pick at random. And then I don't really do an interpretation of it on the live because I don't want to do that. What I'm going to do is go back and revisit all of these and write a summation of what I think that verse, how I look at it now. And I will do that moving forward. Maybe I'll do a little bit of that during this little 6-day stretch I have. I don't have a ton of time, so I'm trying to do a lot of things, but I do want to start devoting. This is becoming a passion for me, so I'm going to make it something somehow. So then I'll get into my subject of owls. I'll do a little bit of talk about what I looked into when I did my owl stuff, and then I'll be on the fly a little bit. At this point, I'll open myself up, and you can talk about that Bible verse if you want to. I'm going to try to be real careful. Nobody's even getting on, so we'll just see what happens. But it's my channel, and if I don't like the way the conversation's going, I don't want to lose everything that I've done up until now because somebody gets on here and be reckless with me. So be there or be square. I get out of the weeds here, so if you can't keep it within me, then you got problems. The Tao is great. Do great. Be great. Be grateful. Let's get another dinger in here. I've got my day off. I'm going to really enjoy today because I've been working really hard and had a lot of stressful stuff. So I'm going to relax and clean my area and get myself ready for a nice adventure. And I hope everybody has a great day out there. Do great. Be great.